The Enchanted Crown and Heart, the true story of Denmark's 1999 50 øre coin. Welcome to Old World Coins Vault. Here, we bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's open the Old World Coins Vault. In the quiet halls of the Royal Danish Mint in Copenhagen, on a cold winter day in 1999, a small bronze disc was born. It weighed exactly 4.3 grams, measured 21.5 millimeters across, and carried within its metal the soul of Denmark's 1,000-year monarchy and the warm heartbeat of its people. This was no ordinary coin. This was the 50 øre of 1999, a humble half-krone piece that would travel from royal mint to children's pockets, from shop counters to collectors' albums, telling a story far richer than its face value. Let us begin with the front side, the obverse, the face that proudly displays the crown of Christian V. The crown is not just a picture, it is living history. In 1670 to 1671, the master goldsmith Paul Kurtz in Copenhagen forged this masterpiece for King Christian V, the first absolute monarch of Denmark. Christian V wanted a crown that shouted power louder than any trumpet. He took gold from his father's old crown, added 2,600 diamonds, giant sapphires, garnets, and a perfect blue-red corundum stone that sparkles like the Danish flag at sunset. The crown weighs over 2 kilos and has 8 arches, a closed design inspired by the French King Louis XIV, but made uniquely Danish with palmettes and acanthus leaves. When the 50 øre coin was designed in 1988 to 1989, Denmark's National Bank deliberately chose this exact crown. Why? Because the small coins, 25 and 50 øre, were meant to be timeless. They would not carry the portrait of the ruling queen, so that when the monarch changed, the coin would never need redesign. Queen Margrethe II had been on the throne since 1972, but the 50 øre remained monarch neutral, a symbol of the Danish state itself, not one person. The crown divides the year 1999 at the top, and below it stands the proud word Danmark in strong capital letters. This design was the brainchild of the National Bank's design team, with medalist Jan Petersen, whose initials JP appear on the coin, playing a key role in refining the series that started in 1989. Now, who actually made this coin, and why? The Royal Danish Mint, Den Kongelige Mønt, operating under the National Bank since 1739, struck 14,186,000 pieces of the 1999 50 øre. The mint master at the time used the initials LG, and Jan Petersen's JP is there too. But the real why goes back to 1989. Denmark was modernizing its entire coin system. Old 5 øre and 10 øre coins were disappearing because inflation had made them almost worthless. The National Bank wanted beautiful, durable, easy-to-use coins that reflected Danish pride. On the 3rd of July, 1989, the very first 50 øre entered circulation alongside the new 10 krone coin. It was the beginning of a fresh chapter in Danish money history. The first time the country had a 50 øre coin in the modern krone system. Before that, only 25 øre existed. The bronze alloy, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin, gave it a warm reddish glow that felt friendly in the hand. Smooth edge, no holes, perfect for tiny fingers and old pockets alike. The crown on the front is more than decoration. It reminds every Dane that their country once had absolute kings, yet today lives as a happy constitutional monarchy. Christian V's crown is still used today, not on living heads, but gently placed on the coffin during state funerals, the ultimate symbol of "the king is dead, long live the kingdom." In 1999, when this coin was minted, Queen Margrethe II was celebrating her 59th year. Denmark was preparing for the new millennium, and the little coin quietly carried the weight of 329 years of royal tradition in its 4.3 grams. Now turn the coin over. The reverse side is where the real magic hides, not in gold or diamonds, but in simplicity and warmth. There you see a large, bold 50 in the center. Above it, the word curves gently like a smile. Below, two small oak leaves, one on each side, embrace the number like protective arms. Those oak leaves are Denmark's national symbol of strength, endurance, and quiet beauty. The oak has deep roots in Danish folklore. It was under mighty oaks that ancient assemblies, things, were held, where free men spoke law and chose kings. Even today, Danish oak means stubborn courage and long-lasting loyalty. The reverse design was created to feel familiar and trustworthy. No complicated patterns, no hidden messages, just clean, readable numbers and leaves that whisper, "This is home." When you held a 1999 50 in your palm as a child in the late 90s or early 2000s, it felt like Denmark itself, small, solid, warm from your hand, and somehow safe. That was exactly the intention. The National Bank wanted everyday coins that people would like to touch, not throw away. Inflation was rising slowly, but 50 still bought a small candy, part of a bus ticket, or, most importantly, could be saved in a piggy bank for something bigger. The coin lived a long and colorful life. From 1989 until 2008, it circulated freely. Then, on 1 October 2008, Denmark finally abolished all coins, 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50. Prices were rounded to the nearest krone at cash registers. The 50 became history overnight. Millions were melted down or simply forgotten in drawers. But not all. Collectors, nostalgic Danes, and children who remembered its copper glow kept them alive. Today in the international numismatic market, 2025 to 2026 prices, a circulated 1999 50 coin usually sells for $20 to $50. In brilliant, uncirculated BU condition straight from a mint roll, it can reach $300,000 to $60,000. The real prizes are the very rare error coins. A few with 1999 pieces exist with weak striking on the crown side or doubled lettering. Those can fetch $2,000 to $800,000 among serious Danish collectors. Its highest recorded auction price, as of late 2025 data, is around $6 to $8 million for an exceptional proof-like specimen. Its true value is sentimental. It is worth the memory of a grandmother giving it to a grandchild with a wink, saying, "Save it for something nice." The story has one last beautiful twist. Even though the coin is gone from pockets, its design lives on. The oak leaves and the crown motif appear in modern Danish design, on jewelry, stamps, even the border decorations of some banknotes. And every year on Constitution Day, June 5th, when Danes gather under real oak trees to celebrate freedom, someone somewhere still pulls out an old 50 and smiles. That little bronze disc from 1999 was never about money. It was about continuity, the crown of an absolute king who ruled 329 years earlier. The oak leaves that stood for 1,000 years of quiet Danish strength, and the simple number 50 that once bought hope in small change. In the hands of millions, it became a tiny ambassador of a nation that values both its royal past and its democratic present. And that, dear reader, is why the 1999 50 is not just a coin.